last 72 hours in the NBA has been absolutely insane. From Cooper Flagg being pretty much drafted to the Dallas Mavericks, from Jayson Tatum rupturing his Achilles. The Cavaliers are out of the playoffs as a 64-win team. Let's dial in. Let's dissect those three things. Plus the Pacers moving on, the Wolves moving on, Steph's hamstring, Giannis's saga. This NBA, I don't know, last 72 hours, really like 96 hours, has been insane. Okay, my name's Cam from All Talk Sports. If you guys like the NBA and like content like this, subscribe for more. Okay, we're gonna bring you all NBA offseason content, the whole NBA offseason, playoff content, regardless. Check out my other videos. But I'm gonna start diving in, probably like 2 minutes each segment. You'll see it on screen. We're gonna start with Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg's a Dallas Maverick, the biggest opt-out in NBA history, except for when LeBron left. The Cavs got 3 first-round picks in a row. Let me talk about Cooper Flagg. Dallas ends up trading Luka Doncic in February for Anthony Davis, a first-round pick, and Max Christie. Now, people are saying, oh, that first-round pick is the reason they got Luka Doncic. Cooper Flagg. That's incorrect. They also were thinking, oh, if they kept Luka, they would have got Cooper Flagg. That's also incorrect because they'd be a playoff team, not a play-in team that didn't make the playoffs. So if you don't do those moves, you don't end up with the number 1 pick. Now, a lot of people thought, oh, I'm going to trade the number 1 pick overall for Giannis. And I'm going to have Giannis, Kyrie, and AD. Win now mode. Nico Harrison shut that down real quick, even though I'm going to entertain the fact in videos in the future. Check me out on TikTok at All Talk Sports. But I can't even imagine. Now, the time frame's a little weird. People were saying, oh, this is bad for Cooper because he's got older players on his roster, doesn't have a lot of salary cap to make any moves. No, this is great. You get in a win now mode now. 18 years old. He's younger than me. What the hell? Now, so Kyrie, Max Christie, Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford, who I think will be extended this offseason. Extended meaning traded. The Dallas Mavericks are going to be set up for the next 3 to 5 years for a window until AD and Kyrie get old enough where it's ugh. Where the Celtics fans are at with Drew Holiday. Is it worth it to pay him all this money? They're good, but not great. But Coop, man, Dallas fans, if you're watching, please comment down below how you felt on lottery night. Sorry. It pretty much damn well might be draft night. Cooper Flagg to Dallas is the biggest cop-out. If they trade Cooper Flagg, imagine in a single calendar year trading Luka Doncic and Cooper Flagg. That'd be insane. That would be actually the craziest thing ever. But let's move on to what happened later that night. I'm a Celtics fan. I talked about it. Tatum's out the whole 2026 year. Try not to shed a tear. But last night, Derek White, JB, and Luke Cornett, baby, cashed my Dabble slip for me. We'll talk about Dabble Fantasy later, but the sponsor of the podcast, the best DFS app on the platform, on the earth, Dabble Fantasy. Shout them out. But yeah, man, they played great. The Celtics played great last night. You're going to force Game 6 tomorrow in Madison Square Garden. Am I scared? Shitting bricks, actually. That would be a great terminology for it. But the fellas came out, shout out for JT. Shout out JT. I'm not going to talk about it too much. Obviously, it's a big thing. With JT or without JT, the Celtics are going to be moving on from Porzingis and Drew Holiday this offseason just because of salary cap reasons. So I don't want you guys thinking they're just making those trades because they know Tatum's not going to be out next year. We know it's not going to be, we're not going to be title favorites next year. We'll probably be top 10, top 12 contention to be title favorites. Just because we're the Boston Celtics, we're a strong organization. We're a strong team with or without Jayson Tatum. We're obviously an elite team with Jayson Tatum. We're a strong team without him. So I'm excited to see if JB can actually take this next step in his career. The only glimpse we've had of it before was in Game 7 of the Heat series when Tatum went down early with an ankle injury. Tatum actually played throughout the game, just didn't play efficient because of that ankle injury. Jaylen Brown did not step up. He stepped up last night. Probably the most mature performance of Jaylen Brown's career. 28 points, I think, maybe 26 points, 8 rebounds, but 12 assists. You don't see that from Jaylen Brown. So shout out JB. And let's move on to the other team in the Eastern Conference that was down 3-1, and now they're 4-1. They're cooked. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell also battling an injury. Darius Garland, I'm sure, wasn't completely healthy. I'm sure Evan Mobley wasn't completely healthy. I'm sure DeAndre Hunter wasn't completely healthy. But still, 4-1? Damn. D-Mitch. Not an efficient second round of the playoffs. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out about D-Mitch where he's never made the Eastern Conference Final. He's never made a conference final. He's been the 1 seed multiple times in his career. Couldn't make it past the second round. I don't know. He said, where he's going to use this as fuel. People like me and the media are going to, bash him. I'm not going to bash him. They weren't completely healthy, and that's a tough Pacers team who I thought was going to beat them regardless. I thought they were going to push him at least 7 games. They're young. They're talented. They shoot the 3-ball extremely well, as you saw, and they play gritty. They were never out of any single game, just like the Celtics. The Cavs blew some leads, but unlike the Celtics, the Cavs were down 40 points at one time. 40 points to Halliburton. Now, Halliburton game 2 shot was absolutely insane. Game 1, whatever. The Cavs sold game 1. Game 3 they came back with a big dub. 4 lost, 5 lost. So shout out Indy. Indy's going to be playing the winner of the Knicks Celtics series. So right now it's 3-2 Knicks. So I'm not counting out any team, but it's a big series in the East. And shout out Halliburton. I hope if my Celtics get eliminated, I hope they go on to win the NBA Finals. I doubt it, but that's my hope. Let's move on to another team in the Western Conference that's dealing with injuries and older roster, the Golden State Warriors. They were knocked out last night after Julius Randle decided to be the best fucking player on the planet. He also cashed my Dabble entry. Now, let's talk about Dabble for a second. Right now, when you use my code AllTalkSports, you get a free $25 when you sign up on Dabble Fantasy. Unlike all the other apps where you got to deposit money to get a deposit bonus, no, you're going to get $25 for completely free with $0 down. Check it out. Link in the bio. It says $25 free here. Check it out right there. Julius Randle, you've been playing out of your damn mind. I want Julius Randle on the Celtics next season for Drew Holiday. I don't think it's going to happen because Julius Randle's playing so goddamn well. Holy crap. Ant Edwards had a good game for his standards, 22 points I think he had, but not very efficient 22 points. But that's scary, man. If they play great, like up and down their roster was great last night. And the Dubs lose 4-1. They could not win a single game without Steph. Jimmy couldn't do it enough. Draymond couldn't get it going. Kuminga, they were saying that they don't like how Kuminga creates his own shot and doesn't look to get everybody else involved. And he's up for a contract extension this summer. I think he's going to get moved. I don't think they're going to sign him to the big bucks, but if they do, they do. I think he's played his last game as Golden State Warrior. Anything else that I've missed? The Nuggets and Thunder, 3-2. Game 6 is tonight. Huge game for the Nuggets. Obviously, a must win. I think that's all. Even though that was a very compact episode. I think we're episode 14 or 15 of Let's Talk Ball. If you guys stay for this long, subscribe for more. Comment down below. I'm replying to every single comment. I'm a smaller YouTuber. Usually we create a Dabble entry. But I actually already made mine. So here's my Dabble entry for tonight's game. Jokic over, Shea under, and let's go with Russ under as well. That's the entry right now in Dabble Fantasy. You get a free $25 when you sign up. And let me know down below who you guys think is going to win the NBA Finals. This is one of my favorite episodes to record. I just rambled about the past insane 72 hours of basketball. And that's all I got. If you guys stay for this long, hit the follow button. Peace.